Very true. Here we go into army selection for Game 2 of Classic Metal and Freak Spot versus the Will Gamer and Firewolf. Classic Metal Freak Spot up 1 point, which means if they win this next game, they will advance to the next round. And Firewolf and the Will Gamer, unfortunately, will be out of the tournament. Looks like Classic Metal and Freak Spot going for similar builds. The Will Gamer has taken Toads and Pigeons, which is an interesting Tier 1 combination. Of course, the Toads will explode. That is their role in area. And the Pigeons will heal, so not a great Tier 1 combination unless you're using those Toads in very close coordination with your partner, Firewolf, who does have a little bit more standard squirrels, lizards, pigeons.
You can use the pigeons to keep your Toads alive a little longer so they can reach the target. So they can reach the target, so that could work out, although you need to micro them you need to have some micro skills to make it work. Public's build also piques my interest a little bit. He has scrolls, Toads, and moles for Tier 1. And I'm curious, what is his build, or what does he want to do with those units?
Let's see, Classic is a little bit more Tier 2, is one more Tier 2 than Freak Spot, but about even split. Whereas the Will Gamer is going to be working very closely with Firewolf in order to do well in this game.
Okay, so the map is pretty interesting again. Firewolf and Will have the east side. Firewolf does have the high ground, Will's on the low ground. Classic Metal and Public have the high ground there on the west side. Their bases are close together, so they could work together for defense. There's a rope connecting the bases of the players, and a good number of the expansions are split down the split on the middle.
Yeah, definitely, any lizards going from base to base are going to have a pretty easy time going from road to road as they go across the field. All players at 6 farms at right now. This is when the builds will start diverging if the players don't go for the standard 7-farm warren. So
Let's see what
7 farms.
Let's see what the first warn will be. And it is, so we have scrolls from Classic Metal, squirrels from Public, and Toads from Will. Firewolf has yet to build any warns. Oh, he just built a scroll warn now. We'll see how the scrolls will be able to assist the Toads.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to have to go in at the same time. A little bit of barbed wire coming on the road from the Will Gamer. That's going to do very well against the squirrels. It's pretty well placed in that choke point. There's no way that the squirrels can get around to either side unless they go all the way around. And of course, squirrels cannot attack barbed wire once it is down. Although Classic Metal... Oh, I'm sorry. Freak Spot has moles. So he'll be able to take those out as long as he sees them and starts building the mole in time.
Okay. That barbed wire there is placed... It's placed well indeed, because the units also prioritize roads. So they will just go to that barbed wire like it's nobody's business. But meanwhile, Classic Metal and Public are building up their armies. Classic Metal goes for squirrels only so far. Public has his 3 Toads, some squirrels, and a mole. 2 moles soon, actually. Firewolf has squirrels and pigeons and lizards coming up soon, whereas Will has only his Toads. Although he does build 2 expansions.
All right, here we go. Fight from yellow and green in the top, and the Will Gamer's Toads are across the map, unfortunately, in the wrong place. Firewolf getting taken down, very hard pressed. The Toads are coming in now, but it might be a little bit too late. 3 Warrens have gone down for Firewolf at the moment, and more reinforcements streaming across the map. They are going to meet strong defense from these pigs here. 2 farms go down. It looks like that's going to be as much as they can get. The last few units, maybe not. Oh, not quite getting taken out. The 3 squirrels from Classic Metal managing to take out another farm before they get taken out, and Firewolf has to rebuild now, plopping down 2 squirrel warrens to try and compensate for 3 to compensate for the ones that he lost.
Indeed, those were actually they did a pretty good job at saving Firewall's base there, even though they do have to rebuild. Although Classic Metal and Public are going in for another attack, this is a joint attack. Classic Metal brings in his scrolls, where Freak Spot Public brings in his toads and scrolls and moles.
It's
But
possible
they decide to not go for the attack just yet.
looks like that barbed wire is dissuading them from going across the middle of the map, which is good for the Will Gamer and Firewolf. The Will Gamer bringing his toads around to the side, doesn't have vision up onto that high ground, unfortunately. Hasn't built those pigeons yet. So we won't be able to see what's coming. The mole is coming down from Freak Spot now to take out that barbed wire. They do take it out. Will Gamer a little bit too late to defend that. And in comes Freak Spot, trying to dance around, deciding when's the best time to go in. Again, Firewolf's army being brought in now. Nice and quick reinforcement along that road. Both armies posturing now, not sure who's going to attack first. Will Gamer is building a sniper balloon on that high ground, but it might not get up in time. Snakes and chameleons out for green and yellow at the moment. Here they come into the fight right now, into the choke point between. All of the Will Gamer's toads are gone now that sniper balloon is up, so it is going to start picking things off, but I don't know if it's going to be quick enough. Toads, a massive toad hit going down from the Will Gamer as those toads respawn, but green and yellow just scything into blue's units, and blue losing their main base right now, unfortunately.
Blue did not have much of a force that could deal with green and yellow's army. Some toads in the sniper balloon will not do much against such a huge mass of units. Whereas Firewolf was sort of left alone, given that Will had no other tier 1 units. So he had to do what he had, and
Alright, Firewolf doing a fairly good job of defending these units here. Freak Spot's units are trickling in one by one, which allows Firewolf to take them out. But Firewolf and Will Gamer are a little bit far. Oh, actually, no, they're still ahead in terms of farms. It looks like they have done a little bit better job of expanding. So they're at 11 farms to Classic Metal and Freak Spot's 10. So reinforcements coming in pretty quick, and a second sniper balloon up for the Will Gamer. But in comes the combined army now from Classic Metal and Freak Spot, and the Will Gamer only has one hawk to help with this time. Those balloons are not in range. Firewolf's army getting cut out in its entirety. One ferret left, unfortunately. Firewolf is going to be out of this game.
Is out. Now Will has only 3 sniper balloons and a couple of falcons. Those will not hold out for very long. And in come the snakes. Come the scrolls. They do come in one by one, which helps Will a little bit. You know, at this point it really doesn't matter. And Classic Metal and Public won.
Classic Metal and Public taking game 2 to advance into the next round. GG. Quick 2-0 for them. What do you think was their downfall? Those Will Gamers and Firewolf's downfall in that match?
Well, probably the most obvious thing would be the rather exotic decks. Toads only don't really work, and because of the units Will picked, Firewolf had to play as well as he could, get an army out so he can do a lot of defending. Meanwhile, Public and Classic Metal did do a pretty good job of working together. They just attacked at the same time, and the combined force of their 2 armies was enough to take out Firewolf and Will.
All right, well, let's pass this one back to Best Teammaker for the next thing that's going on.
Yep, so Public Metal will be moving on to the next round to face the Squirtle Squad. In the meantime, we will be setting up for our next match. Stay tuned, guys. We have more Faction Frenzy and Tooth and Tail action coming your way.